Oh, this ain't a mountain bike. I know, please, but just stick around for a few minutes, because this may change your life. And that ain't hyperbole. It's not even hyperbole.
So I'll leave the political commentary and hyperbole to you.
This is my top 5 reasons why all mountain bikers should also be riding a dual sport motorbike. Alright, let's just get straight into it. Number 5, the time savings. Now, I'm kind of assuming you have a trip into the city. I don't think you're supposed to walk down that side. Yeah, I'm assuming you have a trip into the city and you're commuting in this BS traffic right here. So it used to take me around, well, before I used to own a motorbike, it would take bare minimum 1 hour, and that's if I didn't leave, if I sort of left outside of peak hour. I never used to leave in peak hour because it just used to kill me. It used to take, I don't know, an hour and 10, an hour and 20, potentially. I live on the northern beaches and I used to work in, well, I still work, I work in Surrey Hills, and it was like, walk to the bus stop, get a bus, get off at Wynyard, go down to the train station, get a train, walk to work. So it was atrocious. But now, on the motorbike, I can get in. Now, admittedly, it's a bit quicker now during COVID, so I can get in under half an hour on the motorbike. Well, half an hour on the motorbike. So let's just call it like 35 minutes maybe. That's an amazing time saving. It's almost twice as quick. And yeah, so let's just address the elephant in the room quickly. Motorbiking, yeah, it's a bit risky. But you're a mountain biker. You're a risk taker. Every day you walk out the door to go mountain biking, you know, your loved one probably says, be safe, don't hurt yourself. So the fact that you're a risk taker, there's some actual benefits to this. Like mountain biking, you could argue, you know, you don't really need to do it, but you know, you got to go to work and you got to get there. So the time savings, amazing. All right, number 4, extra saddle time. Now, you know, I get it. It's not a mountain bike, but you know, it's a seat and a set of handlebars and a couple wheels. It's not bad. Now, if you're someone who can only get out for, say, 1 ride a week, if you have a commute that's, say, like half an hour each way to work, like I do, you know, you've gone from a couple hours a week to, I don't know, like 5 or 10. It's big. And whilst you can do that on any motorbike, right? You can get a road bike or whatever. I think like the dual sport motorbike is as close to mountain biking as you can get on a motorbike. Just got a, you know, it's got a similar feel to it, whereas, you know, so on the sports bikes you're all hunched over, it's pretty uncomfortable, whereas this you're more upright, you know, it's more mountain biking. All right, number 3, it's probably cheaper than mountain biking. So this is a Honda CRF 250L. It retails for about $7,500. And I bought it secondhand, so I bought it in 2019. This is a 2018 model. Had like 5,000 kilometers on it. Had less, had like 4,000 kilometers. And I bought it for $5,000. Now that's pretty much the same price as my mountain bike. And the amount of maintenance you have to do on the thing is nothing compared to mountain biking. So I do my own oil changes, and I think that's probably like $20, $30. Once you buy the filter and the oil, like it takes nothing, so it's cheap as. The insurance, I'm just about to insure it again. I think it's about $150 for fire and theft, and then rego's a couple $100 as well, and that's it. So yeah, so in general the upkeep on this thing is nothing compared to my mountain bike. I've never thought to check, but I'd like to try and figure out how much I spend on mountain biking to just keep it, you know, keep it running smooth. I'm scared to do it, but I'd like to, because I think I'd be horrified at the answer. Oh yeah, and by the way, this thing sips fuel too, so I just filled it up with premium there. It was bone dry. 7 liters to fill the tank up. I think it cost me like $9, and that lasts a week going into the city. All right, number 2. This is a little bit of a weird one, but it's probably safer than mountain biking. Now, I don't have any statistics or anything like that. I only have my own anecdotal evidence. But you know, we all know that anecdotes are way better than statistics to prove a point, right? So on my mountain bike, I've literally lost count how many times I've hurt myself. Like my shins are just constantly bloody. You know, I've broken my shoulder and snapped tendons and run into trees, constantly just bruised and bloody all over. I've been riding my motorbike now for well over a year, probably getting close to 18 months now, and I'm yet to even scratch myself. Nothing. Now, yeah, this is probably a good point that if you do come off, it's really bad. But I think that the fact that I hurt myself on my mountain bike so much makes me a safer motorbiker, because I know it is easier to come off. And when you come off, it hurts. So I think with motorbikers, they just kind of tacitly believe that they're never going to come off. Whereas a mountain biker pretty much goes in knowing they're going to come off. And I believe I'm safer for it. So yeah. It's probably safer. Now, I don't know, prove me wrong. All right, and my number one. It's basically like the best e-bike you'll ever ride. Now come on, we've all fantasized about jumping on an e-bike and putting in no work and going really far, right? I don't know, an e-bike is probably screaming right now that it's just as hard or even harder. So yeah, what's the speed limit on an e-bike? You're limited to like 25k an hour? Something like that. This thing goes around about 130k an hour, apparently. So I'm told. So what's that, like 5 times faster? And you don't even have to pedal. And if you ever run out of fuel, you don't have to get that anxiety like I'm sure e-bikers get like battery anxiety where like, oh no, I'm at 2 bars. Can I make it home? You know, just go into a fuel station, 2 minutes later, I'm ready to rock again. You know, the range is about 200 kilometers or so, maybe 250 depending on how, like if I rode this thing like an angel, I might get like 250, but I get closer to 200 because I'm, you know, giving it the beans all the time. So yeah, if you've ever dreamt about jumping on an e-bike, I'm telling you, this has got to be better. And I haven't even spoken about the fact that this thing theoretically goes off-road. So it's a dual sport, right? It's not a real dirt bike, but you can definitely do some trail riding, right? So there's a whole other world out there that you could take this thing and probably go and do some things that you just wouldn't want to go and do on a mountain bike, right? Like riding fire trails, who the hell wants to do that on a mountain bike? But with this, you can go off exploring. So I haven't really done it yet because I'd planned to go to our country house and do a bit more exploring up on the Nunes Plateau, which is out near Lithgow, but you know, the house burnt down back in December and COVID. Like 2020 has just been a crazy year. So yeah, I haven't got to go and do it, and I think I'd be nervous to go and do it by myself anyway, because you know, I'm not a mechanic, and so if anything actually breaks down, I'm probably a little bit stuffed out there by myself, so I'll have to find some people to go with. But yeah, theoretically I could go and do all that sort of stuff as well. Whereas really, I'm just using this as a commute bike right now. Alright, so the top 5 reasons, and if you've stuck around till now, I'm going to give you one more for free. And that is, it actually doesn't matter about those first 5 reasons, right? None of that is actually why I ride this bike anymore. The main reason I ride this bike now is because it's fun. Like, I like to jump on this thing and go for a ride to work. So yeah, going to work, going to and from work, if I'm not riding a mountain bike, it's the best part of my day. And it used to be the worst. Like, I almost quit my job because of it. I was so upset. Like, one day I just came into work and snapped. And I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do the commute. And one guy said, well, I ride a motorbike and it's the best part of my day. I was like, what? It was a real eye-opener. Because I just never thought about it. I don't know. Like, it's just not something that crossed my mind that I should be riding a motorbike. He's like, yeah, go and do it. And so I snapped, I left, and then I just went and booked my L's. Really easy. It's all really easy to do. You could do it too. So yeah, the number 6. It's just bloody fun. So there you go. I hope someone found this useful. What's this? What's wrong? CCP, something. Are they supporting the CCP or against them? I don't know. That was all happened too quick. Alright, so I don't know if I'll keep these moto vlogs on this channel. I might see how they go. I think there's got to be a lot of crossover between mountain bikers and motorbikers, right? So I hope you found this useful or entertaining. Please like and subscribe if you did. Again, I try to get mountain bike videos up like once a week. And the moto ones, well, we'll see. So that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.